First, I have to open the PPT and then I have to give it a share, no?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, schedule rejoining. So I have opened and I have minimized. So,
Yes, sir. Now open, sir, Zoom application. There is a green button over there. Share.
Where is that option for share this one?
Sir, in the middle, there's option. Green button is there. Green arrow is there.
Kickstart your Zoom experience by completing your setup. Okay. Return to meeting, join. Okay. Schedule. Introduce on Zoom docs. Keep information organized. Okay. Yeah, that PPT I have opened, but how to share it?
Sir, just share the PPT with us. I will share it.
Sir, if possible, kindly send PPT to my WhatsApp number.
Okay, that is in computer, then WhatsApp, how I can send it now?
Sir,
Email.
email kar do, sir.
No, that's what, no, that PPT, okay. Okay, just 1 minute. Okay. Okay, okay. Okay, okay. June, joins.
Sir, no need to send. I have your PPT, sir.
Okay, you are having, na?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, okay then.
रोहित जी मैं आपको भेज रहा हूँ, ठीक है?
Doregowda, Rohit Thakur, Ankur Sharma, okay. Share. Okay, I have opened my this one PPT.
This visual, sir. It's so. Can you do it in the PPT mode once?
Okay. Okay, opened. I have
There is a
opened.
cup sign, sir, like jump zoom with kind of
From beginning.
left side corner.
Is it okay now?
There's a cup.
Your screen sharing.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Sir, can you move PPT once like
But only I am seeing some 3-4 people only. 1, 2, 3. Okay.
रोहित जी मैं आपको भेज रहा हूँ, आपके पास आ गई। अगर सर आप इसको चेंज करके देखिए, स्लाइड चेंज हो रही है सर?
No, only in the title I have made little this one.
Sir, kindly check slides are moving or not, sir.
Okay. Okay. Share. Okay. Yeah, they are moving.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Please. Miss Nandini Sharma, please proceed the introductory remark of Dr. Goda, sir. Nandini, am I audible?
Visible, sir?
Sir,
am
I
continue. Audible?
Yes, please continue.
Hello, everyone. I welcome you all on 30 days international training come winter school. I am Nandini Sharma, your moderator for today's session. We have organized this international training come winter school on the topic Navigating Agriculture Transformations for the Upliftment of Rural Excellence. Today is 17th day of our training, organized by Agri-Meat Foundation Bharat, in collaboration with CIMMYT Mexico, Southern Federal University of Russia, ICADA Lebanon, World Agroforestry Center for International Forest Research Kenya, ICRISAT Hyderabad, Manage Hyderabad, SKLTSHU Telangana, MGUVV Durg, CCS HAU Hisar, IGKV Raipur, IARI New Delhi, MHU Karnal, NDRI Karnal, ICAR, IARI, New Delhi, ICAR, DCR, Puttur, Karnataka, Stanford University, and University of California. It gives me immense pleasure to welcome all of you for today's training session. It's a special privilege to have a distinguished personality, Dr. Ayan Doryappa Goda sir, with us today as the lead trainer and resource person. Dr. Goda sir is a professor with over 34 years of rich research experience in the field of post-harvest technology and horticulture. His academic and professional journey is truly inspiring, marked by excellence at every step, from securing first-class honors in his BSc and MSc degrees to achieving a PhD with distinction and 2 gold medals. Dr. Goda sir has set benchmarks in his field. His contributions to the academic and research community are remarkable, with 21 research papers, 2 review articles, 2 book chapters, and a published book. His work has advanced the understanding and applications of post-harvest technology. Dr. Goda sir has also presented at 24 national and international seminars and published 14 popular articles, showcasing his passion for disseminating knowledge. Additionally, he has guided numerous postgraduate and doctoral students, mentoring the next generation of experts in horticulture and food science. His awards, including the N.N. Mohan Memorial Award and recognition for best oral and poster presentations, reflect his unwavering commitment to research excellence. Today's sessions promises to be an enriching experiences as Dr. Goda share his insights on post-harvest processing, value addition in horticulture, and emerging technologies in the field. Let us all actively engage and learn from his experience, wealth of knowledge. Once again, a very warm welcome to each one of you. Let us make this training session a great success. Thank you. The session is yours, sirs. Over to you.
Okay, so let's start now.
Yes,
Yes,
please,
sir, you can
please proceed,
start.
sir, please.
Okay, I'm starting now. Good evening to all and welcome to my presentation on post-harvest management, processing, value addition, opportunities in fruits and vegetables, and as well as cut flowers. So coming to the recent horticulture scenario in the country as per National Horticulture Board. So total production of horticulture produce is 351.92 million metric tons. So India is the second largest producer after China, and it is in India it is 30.4%. It is horticulture and post harvest they are contributing to the GDP, and India is also world leader in the production of mango, banana, guava, papaya, grapes, apples, sapota, and other crops. But pathetic thing is post-harvest losses are very high in India compared to other developed countries. In India, it is 25 to 30%. This is mainly due to improper post-harvest handling, storage, and lack of sufficient processing facilities. And at present, in India, we are processing less than 3% of the total produce of fruits and vegetables, whereas USA is processing up to 65% of the total production, and China is 23%. So India, we are lagging too behind, and there is a lot of scope for catching up. So in 2005, 2006, during the 10th plan, new horticulture area and crops were brought under the mission, National Horticulture Mission. So under this, a lot of emphasis has been given on the crops like pomegranate, sapota, oranges, fig, banana, pineapple, and lychee, oranges, avocados. So these are some of the crops which are getting more emphasis under national harvest management. The optimum post-harvest management practices of horticulture products is not the same for all products, because each fruit and vegetable is a different type of behavior, and they respond differently for different conditions. So growers, wholesalers, exporters, and retailers must all be aware of the specific needs of the product if the post-harvest shelf life and quality is to be maximized. So even the final quality of processed products depends very much on the initial quality of the raw material used, because by using a very bad quality fresh fruit or vegetable, we cannot get a very good. We should start with a good raw material. So coming to the maturity, the stage of development at which a product is regarded as mature depends on its final use. For example, if we take tomato meant for local market is harvested at fully mature and ripe stage, whereas for transport it has to be harvested after fully mature, but in the color break stage, that is when just start ripening, so so that it can withstand the transport. So fruit and vegetables are eaten at all stages of development. There are no general rules when it comes to define mainly for the purpose for which it has to be used, whether it is for fresh market or for processing, or whether it is for immediate use, or whether it is to go a long distance transport. A lot of research has been done to establish maturity parameters for a whole range of specific horticulture products. So maturity must be defined for each product, in some cases for each variety of a particular product itself, because if you take mango itself, there are so many varieties cultivated in India itself, and there the maturity standards vary from variety to variety. So the use of maturity standards provides consumers with a minimum level of quality assurance. And another reason for establishing maturity standards is that most horticulture products are harvested by hand. They are still not fully mechanized. A simple color guide and sizer can help picker harvest produce at the correct stage, correct stage of development. Harvest and handling, the care has to be start from the field itself once the crop is harvested. So the harvested produce has to be transported to the packing shed without delay. There should not be gap between harvest and the produce reaches the warehouse, or transported to the packing house. In the field, the heat of the sun and the respiration of the produce combinedly add to heat of the produce. So that's why it is always advised to harvest the fruits and vegetables in the early hours of the day. This accumulation of feed heat reduces the post-harvest life of the product and has to be removed quickly. So even under the best conditions, when the harvest is in the cooler hours of the morning and the beans are placed in the shade, and heat production can only be controlled by active refrigeration. So pre-cooling, this is one of the important steps during handling and storage. That is in pre-cooling. So hydro-cooling with cold water drenches. So this is a simplest cooling technique by pouring water on the harvested commodity with cold water wherever it is possible. And second one is the forced air cooling. That is blowing the very cold air, stacks that ensure proper air distribution, and packing with ice are the systems most commonly used. And refrigeration, it is the most important tool for extending the life of the fruit and vegetables. So this is very much essential when fruits and vegetables are to be stored in So they will not stay longer unless they are stored at low temperature. Whatever else is available to give additional storage life, good temperature control is critical to all in typical cool store. Okay. So the harvest produce has to be transported to the packing shed without delay. In the field, the heat of the sun and the respiration of the produce combine to heat up. This accumulation of field heat reduces the post-harvest life of the product. Even under best conditions, when the harvest is in the cool of the morning and bins are placed in the shade, heat production can only be controlled by active refrigeration. Okay. Cooling. Okay. So this is about pre-harvest, that is harvest. Of course, then it has to be immediately pre-cooled. So as I mentioned, hydro cooling is there with the water. Refrigeration is the most important tool. It's available additional storage life. Okay. Transported. Okay. I am moving. Okay. Pre-cooling. Okay. Then coming to the processing of fruits and vegetables. First, we will see what are the principles involved in the processing of fruits and vegetables and why fruits and vegetables get spoiled very soon compared to the cereals and other crops. So, okay. Why we have to go for processing in post-harvest technology? First and foremost, we have to prevent the losses. So as I said, post-harvest losses are very high, ranging from 25 to 30%, and avoid glut. So for example, if we take a crop like mango, so in 1 year, very less yield will be there. So next year, very heavy crop will be there. So that is called so on season and off season. So during on season, when produce is more, so unless the produce is transported to far off markets, so the market demand will be almost stable because of the more material coming to the market at a time, price will go down. So to prevent losses, avoid glut and longer shelf life and easy to use. For example, if we have to export, if we take mango, we can go pulp and then it can be exported. So similarly, even mangoes can be preserved by a method called osmotic dehydration. So, or ordinary dehydration. So once these are processed, it will be very easy to use. For example, if you are canning up, say, vegetable like beans or peas, there it is prepared as it is prepared for cooking and then peeled in can, then exhausted, sealed, and then it is canned or sealed and then heat processed. So that means the fruit are we used. That means if you want to cook that vegetable, just open the cap and pour the contents of the vegetable or whatever is there, then wash it and straight away it can go for cooking. So it is easy to. So for easy to transport, this is more so particularly in case of dehydrated products. For example, raisins, kismis. So if you take 5 kg grapes and dry it, we will get 1 kg end product, 20 to 25%. So 5 kg is reduced to 1 kg. So it will be easy to transport. Transport cost will be less after processing. And so it is good for export purpose and also generate employment, because if you wanted to process other than fruits, sugar, citric acid, cans and other things, so we make use of additional labors and also the country's resources like preservatives, so many cans and all those things which are produced within the are able to use the other facilities in the country. So good for export and generate employment. So both in production center and also in processing and better utilization of the country's resources. As I said, if you are making juice or jam, you require bottle, pulp, citric acid and so many other things. So then coming to the causes of spoilage. So if we understand why fruits and vegetables get spoiled, so then it will become easy to prevent the spoilage and make use of the suitable method of preservation or processing. First and foremost, microbiological causes. So third one is the biochemical causes. First one is a microbiological. You take any condition, maybe you take water, you take air, you take soil. So microorganisms are present everywhere. So naturally, fruits and vegetables are grown outside in the field. When they are harvested, they may fall on ground. So when it comes in contact with soil, they may pick up the microbes from the soil or from the irrigation water, and they will get contaminated, and after harvest and storage they start rotting. So enzymatic reactions, for example, you take a fully mature mango. When it is harvested, it is hard to touch, green in color, and very sour to taste. When we keep it for say a week, then we see such a drastic change. That is, hard fruit becomes soft, and sour fruit becomes sweet, and green fields developed yellow or red color. So all these things are happening because of the various biochemical reactions that are taking place inside the fruits and vegetables, because fruits and vegetables are living commodity and they continue to live even after harvesting. So because of that, so many biochemical reactions are taking place within the fruits and vegetables, and these reactions are controlled by enzymatic reactions. So if we want to prevent spoilage of fruits and vegetables, what we have to do is we have to keep away microbes from our produce, whether it is a fungus, bacteria, virus, or any other microorganism, and we have to inactivate the enzymes. Enzyme activity has to be inactivated. So that's why so many heat treatments are given during the processing, and we have to stop the biochemical reactions that are taking place. So if you want to keep mango for a longer time, fresh mango, then we have to stop the biochemical reaction. So any methods which will inactivate enzymes and destroy the microorganisms, slow down the biochemical reactions in fresh fruit or processed products, also help in extending the shelf life of those products. So we will see what are the principles involved. So as I said in the beginning only, fruits and vegetables are highly nutritious. They have a lot of vitamins, minerals, carbohydrates. So what happens when a microorganisms get into a fruit? So it makes use of the nutrients that are available in the fruits or vegetables, and water will be also available, because any microorganism, human being or anybody to live, water is a must. But all these things are already available in fruit or vegetable. Water is there, nutrients are there. When microbes come in contact with this, they make use of the nutrients, make use of the water, multiply, and that lead to the spoilage. So first principle is we should reduce the water content in fruits and vegetables. So that's why cereals, wheat and rice, ragi, other things, because their water content is less compared to the fruits and vegetables. So similarly, if we remove water from fruits and vegetables, then also we will be able to store for little longer time. Heat sterilization. As I said, suppose there is a product, say some juice. So there may be some microorganism. If we sterilize it, if we apply a high amount of heat, then all the microbes will be get killed, whatever is there in the pulp or a juice or fruit gets reduced or zero. So then that product becomes self-stable. We can store for a longer time. So lowering of temperature. For example, when we get more vegetables from market, what we do is we store in refrigerator. When we keep in refrigerator a fruit or vegetable which stores well 3 to 4 days in room temperature, stays for 1 week or 2 weeks in a good condition, it is mainly because of reduced temperature. When temperature is reduced, the microbiological activities inside the fruit or vegetables will be slower down. They will not be completely stopped, but they will be slower down. So that's why when we get more vegetables or fruit, immediately we will keep in refrigerator so that they will stay longer. So then heat sterilization. So when you are doing canning, what you do is you prepare a fruit juice, then boil it, then put it into a can and exhaust it, seal it. After sealing, again we boil that can in high temperature so that whatever microbes that may be left in the inside the surface of the cans will also get spoiled or killed, so that our product will not get spoiled unless the can is cut open. So then lowering of temperature, as I said, slow storage in refrigerator. Providing chemical environment. For example, take the product like juices, jams, ketchups, and all. So when you see the contents, for example, if it is tomato ketchup, so in the ingredients, in the content, it reads like contains tomato juice, then say salt, spices, and also fermented class 2 preservative. That means they are adding certain chemical to prevent the spoilage of that product, whether it is ketchup or sauce or jam, anything. So that means by adding certain chemicals, we can extend the shelf life. So these chemicals are called chemical preservatives. But we have to remember, while using chemical preservative, when preservatives are harmful to the microorganism, they can be harmful to the human being also. But only the difference is microorganisms weight is very less, minute. So they get affected at very low doses. But human being, because of our body weight is more, we will not get affected very easily. But in course of time, when you keep on taking the processed product containing chemical preservative, these chemical residues will accumulate in our body. And when our resistance gets reduced, say after aging, say 60 plus, at that time you will start facing the problem. So that's why we should be very careful while using the processed product preserved using chemical preservative. So sterilizing with ionizing radiation, use of certain kinds of rays will also inactivate the enzymes. So here what is done is product is prepared, filled into the cans, then sealed, then it is sterilized, subjected to sterilizing using gamma rays. So when gamma rays are passed through the sealed can, they pass through the tin container inside the product and also inside the product and whatever is there. So while going through, they will hit the microbes or enzymes, whatever comes in the way of these gamma rays. And because of that, the product becomes free from this activity of microbes and product becomes safer. So though each of these principles are very effective, combination of two or more principles will be very effective. For example, drying the fruits or vegetable, packing in airtight containers and storing at low temperature. But we can extend the shelf life almost double to that of just dehydration. So, but again, it involves higher cost because after drying, we have to pack in airtight containers, and again we have to store in low temperature throughout. So that low temperature maintenance, refrigeration, that itself will add to the cost. So we have to be careful. So then coming to the different, so based on the principle, whatever I have just now I mentioned, based on the principle, some of the commercial methods of preservation are, one is canning. So second one is drying or dehydration. So the third one is the freezing. Fourth one is the freeze drying. So next method of commercial preservation is irradiation. And next method is preservation by chemicals. As I said, mainly potassium metabisulfate, sodium benzoate, like that, certain fermented. So preservation by sugar, salt, oil, and spices. So even so for example, our grandmothers never studied food science or preservation of fruits and vegetables, but when they prepare pickle, so even up to 1 year till the next season comes, mango pickle, if it is made, we were able to store and use it because they were using judicious quantities of natural preservative like either sugar, salt, oil, or spices, or their combination. So that's why our product used to stay longer for a very longer time. Okay. So then coming to the canning, in brief, I will tell how canning is done, what are the steps and what care has to be taken while canning. So as I said, canning is preserving food by the application of heat high enough to destroy essentially all microorganisms, followed by sealing with food in airtight sterilized cans to prevent recontamination. Then preserve the food as nearly as possible in the condition in which it is served when freshly cooked. So the canning temperature and period are very critical, decided based on the one is the size of the can, other one is the what material we are canning. Okay. So with sealing the food, so preserve the food as nearly as possible in the condition which it is used, as I said earlier itself. So if vegetable is there, it is washed, then any fiber is there, it is removed, then it is cut, and then it is canned. So while cooking, just we have to open the can, take out the content, and start cooking. So the canning temperature and period are very critical. So particularly Clostridium botulism. If the can is not properly processed, so this microbes, it is somewhat heat resistant. So it will not be get killed. So then during storage of the cans, the product will get killed. So steps in canning of fruits and vegetables. Oh, first one is selection of fruits and vegetables. We should select only a fruit or vegetable variety which is suitable. For example, if the fruit or vegetable is going to be canned, should withstand some amount of heat, because during canning we are going to apply heat. So if it is the not very firm texture, so then it becomes messy and it will not give a good end product. So then immediately it has to be washed to remove any soil or dust or any microbes from field washing. Then preparation. So if it is fruit, just it is washed, then peel is removed and cut into the pieces. If it is vegetable, for example, if it is beans, it is washed, then strings are removed, then cut into small pieces. Similarly, if it is peas, it is washed and then it is peeled and grains are separated. And then blanching, I have put a asterisk, you can notice there. This is, we have to notice this. So this blanching step is followed mostly in case of vegetables, because this step is done to inactivate the enzymes. For example, the fruit microbes which are present in the fruits will get killed in around 100 degrees centigrade. So in boiling water can, if it is put, they will get killed. But microbes in the vegetables are somewhat heat resistant. So then we have to heat them to a very higher temperature. So that's why before filling the material, this blanching is done to inactivate the enzymes present in the material, which otherwise cause browning in the product. Okay. So then after that, so exhausting. So fruit is taken, washed, cut into pieces, peel is removed. So then put into sterilized cans. So then if it is a fruit, we have to fill sugar syrup. So if it is vegetable, we have to put salt solution, that is called as brining. Salt is brine solution, sugar. So this one everybody should remember. So in canning of fruits, sugar syrup is used, whereas in canning of vegetable, brining, that is nothing but salt sugar, up say 2 to 3%. So in canning, it may be 40, 50 or 60% of sugar solution, depending on the type of fruit and sweetness of the fruit and other factors. So after that, so canned sterilized, we have put the filling solution, then exhausting, because while filling, we are not removing all the air. So there on the top of the can, we have to retain little space. That is called as for vacuum purpose. So there some air will be there. So before sealing the can, we have to remove that air. For that, when can is heated, along with the material and sugar syrup, due to the heat, sugar syrup or salt, it expands and whatever air that is present on the top of the can will come out, and then immediately it is sealed. After sealing, it is subject to autoclaving. So autoclaving, that is processing in a retard. So if it is, as I said, vegetables means essentially we have to go autoclave. So if it is fruit means we can just heat in boiling temperature. So that's around 100-degree boiling temperature is sufficient to kill the microorganisms that will be present in the fruits. But it is not easy in case of vegetables. That's why we are going for autoclaving. Then immediately we have to take out the cans and then it has to be cooled. So it can be cooled by putting the normal water. And then we have to wipe off the water. Then it has to be labeled and then store. Label should contain the name of the product, when it is prepared, what is the FSSAI number of the product. One thing we should remember, anybody is going for commercial processing of fruits and vegetables. Prior to that, they have to get a license that is called as FSSAI license, Food Safety and Standards Authorities of India's license. So without this, you cannot sell the product. If you sell it without if you manufacture without license and sell it, you can be arrested. So for that, you should have a separate processing unit with proper guidelines and proper layout and all those things which are prescribed in this FSSAI license. So that while getting the license, the inspector will inspect your processing unit. They will check for all the required essential cleanliness and all that, and only then they will sanction you the license. Okay, labeling and storage. So then dehydration, as I said, this is the simple and oldest method. So here what we are doing is removing water from fruit or vegetable to a level, say 5 to 6% in case of vegetables, maybe 8 to 10 or 12% in case of fruits. So when the moisture is removed, so due to the reduced water content, though microbes get into the product, they will not be able to make use of the very little water that is present in fruit or vegetable, because that is in the form of bound water. All free water we are removing it. So while drying and dehydration, we have to remember one thing. So there are one is drying, other one is the dehydration. So they are not one and the same. So if you take a product and put it in sun and moisture is removed, that is called drying. So when same fruit or vegetable, when it is put it in a dryer, electrical dryer, and it is some temperature is set, say 50, 55, 60 or 65 or 70, and then it is dried. So here the drying is done under controlled condition, in the sense we have control over temperature, relative humidity, air flow and all. So that's why it is called dehydration. Whereas simply drying, either in sun or shade, it is called drying. I'm sorry, drying in open air, or this one is drying, where under controlled condition is this. So water moisture removed by dehydration prevent growth of or reproduction of decay causing microbes, minimize the deteriorative reactions. It also brings substantial reduction in weight and volume. So since volume is reduced, advantage particularly for export, weight will get reduced. So vegetables means 1/10, 100 kg becomes 10 to 15 kg. Fruits means 100, so kg becomes say 25%. So 25 kg, like that. So minimize deteriorative reactions. It also brings substantial reduction in weight, substantial reduction in weight and volume, minimize packing, storage and transportation cost. So this is very advantageous for export because of the high cost of overseas export or transport. Product can be stored at room temperature itself. Dry product, they have to be packed in airtight containers. So because since in dehydration we are removing the water, it is highly hygroscopic, in the sense it easily absorbs moisture from the air. So that air will be present in moisture will be present in air. That is called relative. Higher the relative humidity, more is the moisture. So that's why after drying, it immediately the content has to be transferred to a airtight container and sealed airtight, so that it will not absorb moisture from the air and gets spoiled. Okay. So here in dehydrated prepared fruits or vegetables are given different treatments before they are subjected for dehydration. So because fruits and vegetables has to be given certain treatments before drying. Because if you simply cut any fruit or vegetable and put it in a dryer or air and start drying, it will turn brown or black. By the time it completely dries, the product will be black. This is mainly because of the enzymes that are present in the fruits or vegetables. So while starting fruit or vegetable drying, before that we have to kill them, these microorganisms, and also we have to inactivate the enzymes. So after that, so they are dried in a cross flow dryer of say 55 to 65 degree. So some of the commonly made dry products commonly in India are raisins, dried date, dried onion flakes, onion powder, dried peas, carrot slices, dried beans, cauliflower, dehydrated mushrooms. Like this, so many fruit and vegetables can be preserved by drying or dehydration. So you can see some of these dehydrated products that have been and this process has been standardized at IHR. So what we see at extreme left is tutti frutti. So prepared from watermelon rind. So normally when we grow watermelon for seed purpose, when it is mature, fruit is cut, seed is taken, and the whole thing is wasted. But from this watermelon, we can make 3 more products. Apart from seed, we can make watermelon juice, and also from the rind, we can make pickle, or also tutti frutti, which is most commonly used in sweets and also in bakery sweets and other products. Okay, and bread and other products. So then osmotically dried mango, then raisins. I have put it Arkavati raisins. This Arkavati is a seedless grapes developed at IHR, Indian Institute of Horticulture Research, Kasaraghatta, Bangalore, where I have worked for nearly 34 years, starting from scientist, senior scientist, principal scientist and head of the division, and also principal scientist and head of the substation. So during this time of 34 years of service, nearly some 36 products I have developed at IHR. And of course, these are the property of IHR. So, and these technologies are available for anybody for commercial exploitation. So you have to pay some minimum amount for the technology. Once you purchase, IHR itself will give you training and hands-on training and all the details, like what are the machinery required, where they are available, what is the cost, and all those details are provided along with the technology transfer. Okay. So then after reason is the fruit bar from mango. Fruit bar is nothing but dry fruit pulp with suitable quantity of sugar and citric acid. So, for example, steps in dehydration, or if you want to dry onions, selection of onion bulbs. So, white varieties are preferred, and TSS, that is total soluble solid, should be 15-degree Brix or more. That means, so in the onion bulbs, so solid content should be more. So if it is less, the yield will be less, and also after drying, onion flakes looks like very much shrunk. But if TSS is higher, yield will be also more, quality will be higher. Then sorting and grading, if any damaged onion is there or infected onion is there, they have to be removed. Then topping, so cut the top and bottom and remove the peel of onion, then cut into slices and dip in 0.25% KMS, potassium metabisulfate solution, for 5 minutes, or soak in 6% salt solution. This is a essential step to prevent browning during drying and storage. If treatment is not given, the product will turn brown and or black by the time it is dried. So afterwards, if we are going for dehydration, that is in a dryer, we have to dry in a controlled temperature of 55 to 60-degree temperature. If the temperature is higher, we won't get very good color. So packaging and storage. After drying, as I mentioned, they are highly hygroscopic. We should pack in so airtight containers and store either in room temperature or low temperature as per the requirement. So second most important dry product is raisins, that is dry seedless grapes. Raisins are made from seedless grapes. So seeded grapes can be also dried, then they are called as Monaca. They are not called as raisins. Raisins refer to only dry seedless grapes. Okay, to make these raisins are the second most important product in India after grapevine. The production of rice inadequate to meet the domestic. Earlier, we were importing from Afghanistan and Australia and Iran. Of course, now we are producing raisins in India itself, and we are able to meet our domestic requirement. The quality of raisins is very much influenced by the raw material used, various pre-treatments given prior to dehydration, and also the method used for drying. Okay. Okay. So to make raisins, the desirable characters of raisins should be small size, round and plumpy, and very sweet taste. Greenish or light brown color are prepared. Type of grapes are prepared for raisin making. Okay. So you can see here the raisins made at IHR using different methods of drying. You can see here the treatments and variety treatments and all, it is one and the same in all three cases, but only the final method of drying was different, where shade was used. The color is very good, top one, shade dried. So left side is sun dried. So there you can see brown, slightly brownish color, and right side one is the dried in oven, means that is straight dryer. So wherever it is possible, we can go for shade drying, because this grapes comes to harvest in summer itself. So in the orchard itself, so it can be dried, or it can be dried in a drying shade or unit. So anyway, the final color depends on the methods of drying. Steps involved in raising: select raw material, preparation of bunches, light treatment. So we have to notice this light treatment is sodium hydroxide treatment. So if we just take grapes and prepare bunches and you dry as it is, we won't get the desired color. So light treatment is dipping the prepared grape bunches in sodium hydroxide solution. That is just 0.3%, prepare 0.3% sodium hydroxide solution, boil it. Is when it is coming to boil, dip these prepared grape bunches just for 3 to 5 seconds and take out. But while doing so, you have to be careful that because that boiling sodium, we should not touch by hand, because it will hurt your hands. So dipping oil treatment. So earlier we were importing from Australia, I said. So there they have developed this dipping oil. So it is one oil having ethyl oleate as one of the ingredient in that oil. So after light treatment, if we dip this prepared light treated grapes for say about half an hour before drying, we get a very soft colored, soft and good greenish colored raisins. So that's why dipping oil treatment is advised. So it is optional. If you want, you can do it depending on our market. And sulfur fumigation, that is prepared grapes are put in an airtight chamber and sulfur is burnt at the rate of 3 grams per kg of prepared grapes. And the sulfur chamber is closed, and so then fire is put at the bottom of the chamber and whole thing is closed. It is airtight. When you burn this sulfur, put it on a say cotton, so it forms sulfur dioxide gas, which circulates inside the chamber, and part of the sulfur dioxide will be absorbed by the grapes that are inside after light treatment. So that's why, so after drying, our product will get yellow color or greenish color because of this treatment. Otherwise, they will be brown. Drying, as I said, we can dry in sun or shade or tray dryer. So separation of ratchets. So this is very important. So when it is wet, we should not separate the grapes from the bunches till it is dry to the optimum stage. So whole thing is in the grape bunch itself. So only after drying to the proper stage, we should separate the ratchets. Then curing. Curing means put all these separated raisins in an airtight container for a month or so. So this curing is required to moisture equalization. So that is some grapes may be over dried, some may be less dried. When you keep it like this, there will be kind of moisture equalization, and then they have to be packed in airtight containers or packages. As I said, they are hygroscopic because of removal of moisture. and then storage at optimum temperature. So if facilities are available, we can store at 5 to 6 degree, that is cold storage. Otherwise, we can store inside itself. So we will get minimum 6 to 9 months or even up to 12 months if stored in cold storage. So another dehydrated product is osmotically dehydrated products. So this is a new type of product that has come where here semi-ripe fruits are subjected to osmosis and then they are dried. So these are some, I can say, intermediate moisture product. They are neither fully fresh nor fully dried, because many people, if you take a pineapple or a sapota, if you dry it, nobody likes it in fully dried. But if you keep fresh, it will get spoiled. But in spite of that, instead of that, if you go for osmotic dehydration, so here the moisture will be around 18 to 20%. So that can be stored for some time. So you can see pineapple osmotically dried. So here dehydrated pig. So you can see dehydrated onion, different varieties. So mostly for export purpose, onion, white varieties of onion are prepared for drying or dehydration. So these are dehydrated onion. So next, our third method of freezing, method of preservation is freezing. So here, due to the very low temperature, that is minus level of temperature, substantial reduction of microbial activity will take place. So, and also biochemical reactions will be arrested. So when we see the refrigerator, we will see two compartments. One is the top, that is a freezer. Lower is the where we store our fruits, vegetables, and other things, common thing. But in the above compartment, freezer, if you have some liquid or some other product, if you want to store for a longer time, we keep it. If we keep a liquid there, whole thing becomes ice. It becomes completely frozen and hard, and it will not get easily spoiled. So there we can easily store our products for a very longer time. But once we freeze it, till it is going to be used, it has to be maintained in frozen condition. So at least minus 10 to 15 degree during storage, transport, and even during marketing. So that's why frozen products are somewhat market expensive, but they are becoming common nowadays. Should be stored at minus 18 degree. Quality can be preserved better, including flavor and aroma, because no harsh treatment is involved, unlike drying in case of freezing. So examples are frozen vegetables are peas, beans, carrots, mixed vegetables, and like that frozen mango pulp, frozen mango slices. So next method of preservation is freeze drying. So it is a method of combination of two methods, that is freezing followed by drying. So for this we require a freeze dryer. So this freeze dryer will have two compartments. So here first water present in the material is converted to ice by freezing, and it is directly evaporated by drying at a lower temperature under vacuum. So here we can dry to a level of moisture level of 5% or even lower level. But the problem is for freeze drying, we require power. First, we have to freeze it. Whole thing has to be frozen, and then it is subjected to a lower temperature, say 25 to 30. Normally, if you want to dry in dryer, we use 65 to 70 degree. But in freeze drying, first suppose if you want to freeze dry mango pulp, so extract the mango pulp, first freeze it, keep it at minus 18 to 20 degree for 5 to 6 hours. Whole things get solidified. Then apply minus 20 to 25 or maximum 30 degrees centigrade available in the freeze dryer itself. So here normally what happens when we take ice, so when you keep it in room temperature, it becomes water, that is liquid. When you heat it, it becomes gas or vapor. But when we in the freeze dryer, the water or the juice or material, whatever is there from frozen condition, it directly enter dried condition, bypassing the liquid phase. So that's why it is this process, freeze drying, is also often referred to as sublimation. So from solid condition directly, so the water becomes vapor and comes out of the system. So that's why we will be left with the dry freeze-dried product in the freeze dryer. So moisture, we can, as I said, so in ordinary methods, it is very difficult to get, say less than 5 to 6%. So it will mostly higher in other methods, but here we can get 3 to 5% lower moisture. Moisture we can go up to 3% also. So here, weight will be reduced very much, good for export also. So here, irradiation. So here product is filled into the cans. So then, okay, product is filled into the cans, sealed and then irradiated. So that is product is prepared, put into the cans, and then it is sealed. Then gamma rays are passed through. So this gamma rays can pass through anything. That is similar to X-ray. X-ray, when it is taken, the X-rays passes through our body and it will take the picture of our skeleton, bones and other things. Similarly, so when fruits and vegetables are irradiated, so these gamma rays pass through the fruit and vegetable. While passing through the fruit, and whatever microbes are there or whatever microbes will get killed by hitting, and also whatever enzymes they will get inactivated. Because of that, our products will not get spoiled during storage. So very less chance of recontamination, because first we are preparing the fruit or vegetable and put into container, sealing, and after sealing it is subjected to irradiation. But if the irradiation dose is used high, if it is used is higher, it may cause health hazards. That's why it has not been cleared to use in all kinds of products. Only in certain products meant for export and maybe local market, very few products are allowed. We have to check before actually going for irradiation of a particular fruit or vegetable. So preservation by chemicals. Then, for example, pickles, ketchup, sauce, and squashes are preserved using chemical preservatives. So there are two commonly used preservatives. One is potassium metabisulfate, commonly called as KMS. When this potassium metabisulfate is added to our product, say juice or jam or jelly or ketchup, so it releases a gas, but sulfur dioxide. But this sulfur dioxide is actually the one which acts as a preservative. From potassium metabisulfate, sulfur dioxide releases, and that will act as a preservative. So but then you may ask, why can't we add sulfur dioxide itself directly to the product? Because sulfur dioxide is a gas. It is not easy to incorporate it into the juice or fresh fruit or vegetable. It will escape. So that's why. So we are using this potassium metabisulfate, which ultimately releases sulfur dioxide in the product, which acts as a preservative. So whenever you are using chemical preservative, you should be very careful. For each preservative, there is a upper limit of preservative fixed. So we should use the preservative within that level. We cannot cross that limit. So if the our product is having higher level of preservative than permitted, then FSSAI officials can seize our product and cancel our license. So we should look for the upper permitted level in each fruit and vegetable, and we should stick to the rules and regulation, and it should be within the limit. So another chemical commonly used is sodium benzoate. So it releases benzoic acid, which actually acts as a preservative. So maximum allowed limit is 1 gram per kg of the product. So then you can ask, already potassium metabisulfate is there, why we have to go for benzoic acid? So we have to remember, so we cannot use potassium metabisulfate in all products, all kind of colored products, like tomato products where lycopene pigment is present, or even pomegranate where this anthocyanin pigments are there. Because when you add this potassium metabisulfate to the products having either lycopene or potassium metabisulfate, when preservative is released, it reacts with the preservative, reacts with this color, so present in fruit or vegetable, that leads to the browning of the product. So in all tomato products, we should preferably use benzoic acid only, sodium benzoate only. But when we add sodium benzoate, it has to form benzoic acid in the in the product. To make benzoic acid from benzoate, so it should have acidic condition in the product. So that's why when you make a tomato ketchup or sauce or other tomato products, we normally add acetic acid, so that there will be slight acidic environment will be there in the our product. So sodium benzoate we usually makes benzoic acid, so that it will effectively control our spoilage of the product. Okay. So these are some of the commonly made processed products of used. If you take the vegetable alone, tomato can be so canned whole or in the form of pulp, puree, paste, juice, and also in the form of sauce or ketchup. So onion can be dehydrated, either flakes, granules, powder, or paste. And okra can be canned, frozen, dehydrated. Peas can be canned, frozen, dehydrated. Watermelon ready to serve beverages. Beans canned, dehydrated, frozen. Mushroom canned, dried, frozen. Pickles, mixed vegetables like cucumber, cauliflower, carrot. Cauliflower can be preserved by frozen or dehydrated. Carrot dehydrated or frozen. So apart from this is mainly about vegetables. So if you take mango, so mango fruit is utilized at all stages of its development, like starting from raw fruit itself. From raw mango, we can make chutney, pickles, and drinks. Dry fruits, squashes, syrups, nectar, jams, and jellies. So India is the largest producer of mango in the world, exporting to UK, USA, and Middle East countries, and even processing of banana. So banana is mostly used for eating as a fresh fruit or for worshiping purpose. We can make very other processed product, like even beverage can be made from the process from the ripe banana fruits. So pulp, canned slices, beverages, clarified juice, chips, fruit bar, and papaya. Raw papaya can be used curry, soups, either alone or in combination. Mature fruit of different products like tutti frutti, pickle, jellies, and candies. Dry fruits, canned papaya, papaya cocktail, papaya nectar, canned papaya, pulp papaya, saps, papaya toffee, blended with other fruit pulps to use either in juice or fruit fur. So similarly, at Indian Institute of Horticulture Research, we have developed some culinary products like ginger paste, onion paste, garlic paste, green chili paste, lime sauce, tamarind sauce. For this, we don't require a very big factory. Even at home scale, one can start with this culinary product. And even one self-help group from Karnataka, that is Shivamogga, they have taken this technology from IHR, and they are doing the commercial production. So these are the beverages from different. These are some of the beverages developed at IHR, like mango beverage, grape, banana, pineapple beverage, passion fruit beverage, blended beverage, jackfruit beverage, watermelon beverage. So this is clarified juices. So this is watermelon juice. I said from watermelon, after seed extraction, we can make so many products. Passion fruit. This passion fruit is known for its very typical flavor, fantastic flavor, very strong flavor. So we have developed a passion fruit beverage at our institute, IHR Bangalore, and also CHES Chatali, a substation of IHR. Okay, so these are some of the equipment required. So this is pulper company share. So this is because if we take mango is not available throughout the year, but we may have to process mango throughout the year. So what we can do is extract the mango pulp during the season, and we can store this pulp in these big freezers of -18 to 20 or lower temperature. And as and when it is required, we can take out this pulp and then make the product, and we can release to the market. Okay. So pineapple beverage. So I was telling from IHR about many technologies we have transferred. So you can see pineapple beverage technology transfer. Left side, first step on fully ripe tomato pineapple fruits. Wash them, remove crown, then cut into pieces. Then remove the outer peel and also the core, and then put it in a mixie or blender. So then we get a fine uh, pineapple juice, take its weight, and then prepare sugar syrup separately. So if we have 1 kg extracted pineapple juice, we have to make 3 kgs of this sugar syrup, what is shown here, and it is prepared, it is cooled, and then both are mixed. That is, sugar syrup is mixed with the extracted juice and mixed thoroughly, and then preservative is added, and then it is bottled. Okay. So it is same pineapple. Similarly, what I shown earlier is this is the squash. And similarly, we can make RTS also. After juice extraction, the procedure is same. After that only there is slight variation. So then banana, as I said, from correct, you can prepare squash, RTS, banana wine, banana brandy, vinegar. So when we crush banana, we don't get juice, we get pulp, but we can subject it to enzyme treatment and we get thin and clear juice from which we can make the juice. So this is fully ripe banana. So we can see left side is the banana crushed as it is after peeling. So right one is the crushed with enzyme treatment, because if we catch after peeling banana, if we keep it as such, or even if we put it in a mixie and blend it, it turns brown, mainly because of the polyphenol oxidase enzyme. So it has to be inactivated before extraction of the juice. If we inactivate and extract, then we will get this good color. So then same thing, since it is very thick, we are not be able to make a good quality juice. We can add some pectinase enzyme and keep it for incubation for 2 to 3 hours. So so this is amla. Similarly, we can. Hello, yeah, tell me.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Please continue, sir.
Yeah, I'm going to
Yes, sir.
finish.
Yes, sir.
So this is amla beverage concentrate. So fully mature amla fruits. Then so these are the different steps. Okay. So in case of amla beverage, to enhance the taste and flavor, we have added cardamom extract, that is ilachi extract. So this is a mango beverage bulk prepared. I was mentioning about passion fruit. This is a concentrate form of juice, correct, because passion fruit has very characteristic flavor. So ideal for even blending with other fruits rich in vitamin C. So our products developed at IHR, Indian Institute of Horticulture, they are free from synthetic color and flavor. So we will have a shelf life of minimum 6 months at room temperature itself, and up to 9 to 12 months at refrigerated. So this is, so you can see this is pilot scale processed watermelon juice after the juice extracted after the seed extraction. So this is passion fruit juice. So this is hurdle processed jackfruit, because jackfruit, it is a very tedious. After ripening, you have to cut, remove, gum will be there. So then once it is cut, it has to be eaten same thing, same day, but it can be preserved using a technology called hurdle technology. So this technology is available at IHR. You can see hurdle processed jackfruit 6 months after storage. You can see the color. It's so attractive even after 6 months of storage. Similarly, we can make from other sources. This is a fresh watermelon. So this is a different steps involved in. First, you have to take fully ripe fruits, wash them, cut it. Okay, separate the edible portion, remove the seeds, then blend it. Then we get a clear juice. Then pass it through the sieve to remove any sediments like thing. Then we require, this is extracted juice, sugar, citric acid, ginger. So then these are added at a particular proportion to that, and juice is prepared, then heated and put in sterilized bottles. Then caps are put, sealed, and after sealing the cans, they are processed in boiling water, because we are not adding any chemical preservative in this bottled juice. So that's why it has to be heated after bottling. So this is sealing of the bottles. So then this is after processing. So these are the different. So, okay, this is passion fruit. Okay, this is guava also. We have developed a juice. Then sapota also. So watermelon, as I already mentioned, juice, candy, pickle, culinary, onion, garlic, green chili paste, tamarind sauce, lime sauce. Then from avocado, we can make butterfruit spread, dehydrated and osmotically dehydrated product. So this is, we can see a watermelon rind candy, how attractive color. So then watermelon rind pickle. So these are culinary paste, that is onion paste. So so this is Arka Pitambara, one of the variety developed at IHR, good for dehydration. So these are different varieties, white varieties, onion dehydrated. This is culinary paste. So these are different steps. So in onion paste making, so raw onion fully matured, peel them, remove the peel, then cut into pieces, then put it in a mixie. So then we get a thick paste. To that we have to add certain quantity of salt and other things. Finally, it is packed and sealed. So these are from. So I was telling technology developed at IHR are also transferred for commercial production. So this is a technology transfer to one self-help group from Shivamogga, Sri Chamundeshwari self-help group. So this is during the technology transfer. This is myself, our director, Dr. M.R. Dinesh at that time. So, and these are the participants who had attended this technology. Similarly, mushroom can be preserved in brine, that is salt solution. Also, it can be processed into pickle. I was telling up avocado product. This is butterfruit or avocado spread. So similarly, we can make avocado spread with chocolate flavor also. We can see two bottles. One is from butterfruit alone. Second one is brownish is butterfruit with chocolate flavor because we have added cocoa flavor there. So this is a hurdle process pineapple, hurdle process sapota. So these are some of the juices prepared commercially by our client. The company people have, this is one company by name Jumbo. They are from AP, Andhra Pradesh. They have taken this juice making technology from IHR and they are commercially producing and marketing. So these are their products. So these are osmotically dried products from different fruits. Like we can make from jackfruit, banana, pineapple, papaya, amla, so many fruits. These are shrink wrapped. So the thin film coating is made on the fruits or vegetables so that we can get the extended shelf life. You can see this is pomegranate stored up to 1 month. Lower one is with the shrink wrapping. We can see that still they are in very good acceptable condition after 1 month. But so same when it is stored at room temperature without shrink wrapping, they have completely shriveled and they have unmarketed. So that means by going for shrink wrapping, we can store for a longer time. Similarly, these are shrink wrapped capsicum. So you can see here by the end of 10 days, so unwrapped or completely shriveled and unmarketable, whereas the other one top on the left is wrapped, so that is in still fresh and marketable condition. So this is low cost ripening chamber. So these are some of the dried flower samples, celosia, wild celosia. So then dried flowers, coxcomb, celosia. So all these technologies are available with IHR. Whoever is interested in commercial, they can approach IHR. We have a technology transfer unit there. So they will give training and also technology transfer certificate for commercial production. So these are various types of dried fruit, flowers. So I think I have already taken my allotted time. So I will not go in further details. Okay, thank you so much. Okay, by this I am concluding my presentation. So if you have any small doubts, I will try to clear it up. Please go ahead.
चैट बॉक्स ओपन कर दीजिए यदि किसी पार्टिसिपेंट्स की कोई क्वेरी है इस पर्टिकुलर पीपीटी को लेके, प्रेजेंटेशन को लेके, तो वो चैट बॉक्स में अपने डाउट्स को लिख सकते हैं और रोहित जी उस क्वेरी को पढ़ के सर को पहुंचाएंगे और सर उसको रिजॉल्व करेंगे.
Okay.
Thank you so much, sir. So chat box is open for queries.
Hello.
Session was completely wonderful, and if anyone is having any kind of doubt, I think the session was self-explanatory itself, and everyone is praising sir. Informative session.
Yeah, just I have opened that chart. So first one DA, nice presentation, sir. So thank you. So nice presentation. Thank you. Very informative. Thank you. Thank you. Very beautiful and interesting. Thank you all. Very nice presentations. Okay, I thank each and everyone for your patient hearing because I have taken more than 1 hour, but still people are hearing. So thank you so much. So
Sir,
organizers,
someone is asking what is hurdle process method?
what is?
Hurdle process method.
Process.
Yeah. So in hurdle, actually, as I said, so in processing, we are going to create some kind of hurdle to the product. So, so normally, for example, in canning, so we are subjecting to very high temperature. In drying, we are removing the water. So in chemical preservative, we are adding a certain chemical preservative. But in case of hurdle technology, so each of these things are used at a lower level. So it is a combined method, so that we need not use very high amount of chemical preservative. So it is a combination of selected preservative methods, so that we get the required shelf life in a fruit or vegetable. So this hurdle product technology we have already developed at IHR. So many products technologies are available. So even now also my ex-colleague one Dr. R.B. Tiwari, he has exclusively worked on this dehydration of fruits and vegetables, including hurdle technology. Of course, hurdle technology, jackfruit and all, I have only done it. So, so anybody is interested, they can contact IHR. So even they can check the website for commercial production purpose. So because they will not give technology free of cost, there will be some charges. But if anybody is interested in commercial, it's worth buying because they give all complete details, including technology transfer, training also. So if any of my technology is being transferred, I myself will go to IHR and personally I will stay there and give the training and technology transfer and prepare the product from beginning to end, and I will show all steps and everything so that the interested party, they will get maximum benefit. Even now also, though I retired 4 years back, still I am doing the technology transfer from the institute side. Okay.
Okay. Thank
The
you, sir.
next question is, what is
Uh,
retards?
Yeah, somebody is asking now, what is retard? I said while canning, we have to heat the fruit and vegetable to after sealing in a can to a very high temperature. So if you are putting in boiling temperature, maximum temperature we can get is 100 degrees centigrade only. So that is boiling water. But if we have to get higher temperature, we have to use what is called retards. So here processing is done under pressure. So in retard, so we will be able to get 116 degrees centigrade. So due to heat combined with pressure. So commercial retards are available. So most factories will have. So that's why in most of the vegetable canning and all, retards are used. So it is a process of sterilizing the product, retarding.
Thank you, sir.
Someone is asking about retard packaging also.
Yeah, thank you. What is retards and retard? Okay, somebody is asking what is the quantity of sugar per kg of fruit. So in IHR technology, we are not going by weight. What we do is first extract the juice. So then we take the weight of the juice. So suppose we have 1 kg of prepared fruit juice. Let us say we have 1 kg of mango juice. Then we have to prepare 3 kg of sugar syrup. So how to prepare this sugar syrup? So you have to take 3 part of sugar, that is 2.75 kg of sugar and 1.25 kg of water. Take a vessel, take 2.7 kg of sugar, add 1.25 kg of water and mix it and heat it till it comes to boil. And when it is completely dissolved and comes to boil, at that stage, filter the sugar syrup. Then we get the clear filter sugar. You take this prepared filtered sugar syrup. So of course, while preparing the sugar syrup, you have to add citric acid also at the rate of 10 to 15 grams per kg of this, what I am telling, 1:3 proportion there. So it mainly depends on the sweetness of the juice we have extracted. So if it is more sweeter, we have to use more citric acid. If it is less sweeter, so then accordingly we have to change this one. So then we have to slowly add prepared and cooled. We have to cool the sugar syrup. We should not add hot sugar syrup. So add this cooled syrup to the extracted weighed juice, mix it thoroughly. Then you take the permitted chemical preservative as per the total weight of the juice prepared. So dissolve this preservative in a a little quantity of potable or drinking water, then put into the juice, mix well, then fill these final product into pre-sterilized or clean bottles. Then while filling on the top, you have to retain little space, that is called head space, and then put the cap, and this can be stored 6 months to 1 year depending on the product. So as I said, the quantity of sugar depends on not the fruit weight, but it depends on the quantity of the fruit pulp you are able to get from that fruit. Okay. Okay, next.
Sir, please tell about settling juice of sapota.
Okay, can you tell about?
Settling juice of sapota.
Okay, in sapota, so you are asking about hurdle technology, something about sapota, no? Okay,
Yes, sir,
sapota,
there's a question.
yeah, sapota, as I said, we can make squash, RTS juice, and also hurdle processing. So that hurdle processing, it involves different steps. So I think now without that flow chart, it is difficult because since the time available was only 1 hour, so I have not made all those details. So you can just check with AHR. So in hurdle technology, as I said, instead of fully ripe, we have to use semi-ripe, 80 to 90% ripe fruits, wash them, peel, cut into pieces, then prepare sugar syrup. So then put these slices for say minimum 6 hours. So when you put these prepared slices in concentrate sugar syrup, nearly 50% of the water present in the syrup comes out. Uh, Nearly 50% of the water present in the fruit comes out without applying heat. In drying, we are applying heat, but here without applying heat, water moves up due to difference in sugar water gradient because of the sugar used there. So subsequently, the pieces are taken out, then they are rinsed, and then they are further dried in a tray dryer to the optimum moisture and packed in airtight container. Okay. Then next.
Sir, next question is that does the cane products have same nutritional value compared to fresh products?
So I don't know this volume. There is a problem with the system. I'm not able to fully hear. So, but whatever question is there, you put it your question there. Here somebody has there. How we can get trained and okay. Okay, sir, do provide any training program online or offline mode on processing and developing of these products. So definitely at IHR, every year minimum 2 to 3 training programs are organized. So of course, these are paid training programs. There will be some nominal fees, and also hostel facility and food facilities are also available at the IHR, Indian Institute of Horticulture Researchers. So if you go to that our IHR Institute website, there just you can check the next training program. So if it is suitable, so you can just mail it, giving your address and other details. So then they will send the training details. So if it is suitable, you can pay the fee and attend. So of course, fees will not be very high. It is just reasonable only, but because some fees has to be there. No, if it is free, then those people who are not very serious also will just come. So that's why some nominal fees is kept there. Okay, what is retard and all it is over? How can we get trained? I have told. Provide any training. Okay, I have told. So, sir, regarding asthmatic day, please kindly explain detail. Okay, sir, settling of juice in sapota. Yeah, settling of juice in sapota. That's what we had to go for enzyme clarification. So after preparing the pulp, we had to add pectinase enzyme and keep it for 3 to 4 hours in a warm condition, so that pectinase enzyme will break down that thick pulp into thin juice. Then we can take out the clear or clarified juice, and then we can make the juice. Sir, please suggest some recipes of blend products of RTS, squash, and sarbat. Okay, Sarbat is an synthetic product. So at IHR, we are dealing with only fruits, vegetable related products. We don't promote any synthetic products because otherwise also already in market so many squashes, RTS juices are available. What IHR is also making means, so we should avoid or minimize the use of chemical preservative as far as possible. We should not use chemical because with that intention only, again we are working on it and coming out with new products to every Dr. Kushbu Tandon to everyone beverage. So beverage, I have mentioned this. Beverage means juices. No? Mainly there are two types of beverage. One is the squash or concentrate, which needs to be diluted at the time of consumption. Other one is RTS, ready to serve juice. So here just like Pepsi, Coke and other things comes. No, similarly, it is a fruit juice. Just we have to open the cap and drink as it is. No need of adding water or sugar or anything. So it is in a ready to serve or drink condition. So just we have to open and drink. But in case of squashes, where mostly used in houses, so we have to dilute 1:3 for every 1 cup of juice. So we have to add 3 cups of water, mix it, and then serve it. So if only 1 cup has to be prepared, take a quarter cup of this beverage, add 3/4 cup of water, mix it in a spoon, and then it can be given for serving. Okay. Then what else is there? Okay, very nice present. Okay, okay.
Sir, students are asking for the PPT. Can you please share if it is possible?
सभी पार्टिसिपेंट से रिक्वेस्ट है कि पीपीटी में अपने पार्ट पे भेजूंगा, आप काइंडली पीपीटी के लिए रिक्वेस्ट ना करें। मैं एवरीडे लेक्चर एंड होने के बाद पीपीटी और रिकॉर्डेड वीडियो भेजता हूं, तो प्लीज इस फोरम पे पीपीटी के लिए ना बोला करें। जो क्वेश्चंस हैं, जो डाउट्स हैं आपको इस पर्टिकुलर प्रेजेंटेशन को लेके, हमारे ऑनरेबल स्पीकर यहाँ प्रेजेंट हैं, आप डाउट्स को क्लियर करिए। पीपीटी ऑर्गेनाइजर का काम है, वो मैं दूंगा।
So of course, many people are asking question because of short of time. I am not able to attend to all. So
So I
any
will also provide you the email ID of the honorable speaker.
yeah. So
If any candidate has any type of doubt, he or she may contact over there.
my
है ना?
email ID is dore394 at the rate of.
Sir, I think already mentioned in the first
Okay,
page of the
okay, then
PPT.
it is good.
It is
Good.
already mentioned in the first page of
Yeah,
PPT.
yeah.
So
Then
I kindly request all participants only ask the valid question, not ask for the PPT. It's my humble request.
okay, sir. Then you can go ahead and conclude. I have some other work to attend right now. So anyway, I thank
Okay,
the
sir.
for giving me this opportunity to interact with so many people. So I am very happy and pleased. So if you are able to make use of this, my presentation and training class, okay, at least some 10 to 25% of the participants, I will be very happy. Okay, sir.
थैंक यू सो
Thank
मच
you,
सर
sir.
कि मेरी रिक्वेस्ट पे इतने शॉर्ट पीरियड में आपने मेरी रिक्वेस्ट को एक्नॉलेज किया, और हमें जब भी कोई सपोर्ट का एक्सपेक्टेशंस रहा, आपने हमेशा सर यस किया है। और आई एम जस्ट लाइक योर स्टूडेंट सर, आपने कभी डिनाई नहीं किया मेरी रिक्वेस्ट को, और मैं आगे भी सर एक्सपेक्ट करूंगा कि हमारी फाउंडेशन को किसी भी तरीके की एकेडमिक एक्टिविटीज में इन्वॉल्व होना होगा, आपका लेक्चर चाहिए होगा, आपका सपोर्ट चाहिए होगा, कि यू विल ऑलवेज बी देयर। थैंक यू सो मच।
Yeah, definitely. I will be happy to. Okay.
जी, थैंक यू सो मच सर। ऑल पार्टिसिपेंट्स कैन लेफ्ट। गुड नाइट एवरीबॉडी, बाय बाय।
Okay, sir. Okay. Thank you.
थैंक यू सो मच। थैंक यू सर। थैंक यू। नमस्ते। नमस्ते।
Just then you can. Okay. Then I will stop sharing. My